I hate to admit it, but I get nervous flying over all this rainforest. How long before we reach the capital at Kinshasa?
Well, even though we can see the Congo River out the window already, it could still be quite a ways. It's the second longest river in Africa, running right through the Democratic Republic of Congo.
Whoa! Looks like our vile friend had a little accident. Not my idea of fun, crashing into one of the world's thickest rainforests. But no one's here now as far as I can see.
You're right, but that campfire can't have been out for very long. We better watch our step. If we're right, finding that Aztec calendar is crucial to putting a wrench in Carmen's plans. These huts are made by the native people who live in the Congo, pygmies. They're less than 5 feet tall.
The huts are shaped like a beehive. Looks like they covered them with pherinium leaves. Great shelter.
I wonder if our vile friend used this too. This thing's worthless. It's broken.
Hang on! I can fix it. There. Should work now. I'd better get the old call tracer ready, just in case.
Vile Agent X-34, this is Red Lady 1. Are you still there?
Yeah?
You don't sound very well. I'm set to leave the cabin. There's a map here for you. Plus, I've almost got the signal figured out. I'll let you know about it as soon as it's finalized. Red Lady 1, out.
I'm impressed. Good job fixing that radio, rookie. Just in time, too. You know, I think we're beginning to make a pretty good team.
I think you're right. By the way, the call tracer indicates it came from the forest near Stockholm.
I'll note what we heard in my journal, so we don't forget it. I think we're on to something.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's go. A candy bar. Looks like our vile friend was hungry. What language is that on the wrapper, though?
Chinese. This may be a lead.
No luck. Maybe we should... No luck. Sweden. Now let me get this straight. Scandinavia historically refers to Sweden, Norway, and Denmark?
Right. And after we land, we'll head for a cabin in the woods, northwest of the Swedish capital of Stockholm.
Well, I should feel right at home here, seeing that I'm a Vikings fan.
That's what? Basketball?
Never mind. Phew. That was some hike. Look at all these trees. I've read that forests cover more than half of Sweden. When do we get to see the other half?
Shh! This place looks deserted, but you never know. Look at this. The design we've linked to the stolen items in Carmen. It's here on this ancient steel. There's writing, too. Looks like runes.
You know, I think we should call the chief and see if she has any information on these runes.
Agents, good to hear from you. How's the case coming along?
Chief, it's the strangest thing. That design that's on all the items Carmen has stolen, well, it's here on this stone slab, too. Can we translate these runes?
Runes, huh? Okay. Your transmission is coming through. Well, let's see. Our database translation indicates these are runes that tell of a lost city. Something about a great treasure hidden beneath a huge boulder. Good work, Jules and Hawkins.
Thanks, Chief. I'm jotting that down in my journal.
Carmen's hidden something here. It looks like a miniature axe. The Swedish Vikings used axes like these. What could this be for?
Maybe there's more to this than meets the eye. What would one use an axe for around here? Carmen must have rented this cabin. 1/5 of all Swedish families have a country home or cabin for vacations, so she had lots to choose from.
What's that in the door?
Carmen must have left this for one of her vile agents. We need to find the Rosetta Stone?
I should know that. China? Egypt? Maybe it's in the database. Well, will you look at that? The city of Warwick, huh? Man, this is a really old map.
It sure is. I wonder what Warwick looks like now, and why Carmen had this stashed here.
It must be meant for that vial agent whose plane crashed in the Congo. Maybe it's a clue as to where they transported that Aztec calendar. United Kingdom. Great Britain is part of the United Kingdom and is the largest island in Europe. Have you ever been there before?
Oh, yes.
Hey, check out the castle.
They say that Warwick has the finest medieval castle in England.
Knights, castles, dungeons. This place must be rich in history.
No kidding. And Carmen loves history. We need to check this place out completely. Who knows where we may find a clue? Carmen and I saw that exhibit of the Rosetta Stone. Because the message on the stone was in 3 different languages, Greek, Demotic, and hieroglyphics, scholars used it to learn how to decipher hieroglyphics.
Yeah, the Rosetta Stone was found by Napoleon's troops, but it ended up in a British museum.
Excuse me. We found this map of Warwick Castle. Would you mind telling us what you know about the place?
Well, the castle is a rather spooky place, actually, full of mystery. At night, one can see flashing lights from a window where no room exists. At least you can't get to the room from inside the castle.
Really?
Come and see for yourselves. There they are. Jolly peculiar, aren't they?
And you can't get to that room from inside the castle? How strange.
I'll say, I recorded those lights on a compact Super Double E3 digital video cartridge. We may need it for evidence.
Could it be someone signaling? There's gotta be a way in there.
This is pretty funny. I mean, seems like a drastic move just because of some weird goings-on.
I don't know, Hawkins. It pays to consider every little thing. You never know where a clue may be hiding. I'm going to note this in my journal.
That castle is really mysterious. We need to find out more about it. Let's call the chief.
Greetings, agents. So you're calling from Warwick Castle. An ACME informant on Ponte Vecchio has studied castles throughout Europe. I suggest you go meet her. Oh, and there's been some concerns about ACME security in Florence. You'll need to use a password. Lighthouse. Make a note of it.
Got it, Chief. I love passwords. Real secret agent stuff. Interesting fireplace.
You know, I think there's more to this, but we seem to be missing some important information.
Yeah, let's come back after we look around some more. Italy. I'm really enjoying this secret agent stuff. I think I'm getting pretty good at it.
Watching all those detective reruns really paid off, huh?
In some cases. Hey, I think we're almost on Italian soil. This is amazing! To think I'm actually on a bridge in Italy.
I know. Ponte Vecchio is one of my favorite places to visit in Florence.
Buongiorno. Good morning. Can I help you?
We want to visit a lighthouse.
Oh, si, yes, I can help you.
ACME agents Jules Argent and Hawkins here. The chief told you we'd be coming with an old map of the castle in Warwick.
Oh, yes, great to meet you. Argent, eh? Weren't you Carmen Sandiego's partner at one time?
Yeah, a long time ago. And no, it wasn't my fault she left ACME.
No, of course. Anyway, about this castle, I've heard the tales of a secret passage. These old maps often contain hidden information written in a special invisible ink. It can be revealed, but unfortunately, I don't know the secret.
Well, so much for getting help here.
Shh! I said I don't know, but There's an ACME informant who can help. I can't give you his name for security reasons, but he goes by the codename the Mandarin. If you want, I'll call him and let him know what you need.
Code name, huh? How come I don't have a code name?
Maybe someday you'll earn one. Anyway, we need to check the database and figure out if the Mandarin is a clue as to where we can find him.
An English horse brass. Are you interested in it?
We'd like to purchase it, actually.
All right! This is part of what we need to help us solve the puzzle at the fireplace. China. This magazine I'm reading says that China produces more coal, iron ore, and tin than any other country. Then again, it is the third largest country in the world.
And what a wide variety of geography and climates. Everything from the dry desert to tropical rainforest.
Wow! I'm impressed! And this is just one section of the Great Wall.
It's hard to describe unless you've been here.
You've been here before?
Yes, a long, long time ago. Curious. A ticket stub. And it's not to the Beijing Opera either.
And Shakespeare was English, that's for sure. Maybe I should use my trusty Watson clue analyzer on this.
Carmen's fingerprints. We know she's been here.
But why the ticket to a Shakespearean play? Maybe the database can help.
And I'll note it in my journal.
Looking for this? Great minds think alike. But sorry, I got here first.
I've got her! She's not going to get away this time!
You may have the formula, but you'll never catch me.
Well, she's gone again. But it looks like she may have left something behind.
All right, we've got the formula. Let's get back to the shop and mix ourselves a solution for that mystery map.
Looks like we did it. Let's see what happens. Just what I suspected. A secret passage.
And the tunnel leads right from the inn to the castle.
Good work, agents. This could be the breakthrough we needed. Time's running out for tracking down Carmen Sandiego and the missing calendar. Stay sharp. Chief out.
United Kingdom. Okay, so the Queen of England is the head of state, right? But laws are passed by Parliament.
Well, sort of. The monarch has to approve all bills passed by Parliament. Of course, none have been rejected for the last 300 years. Okay, Hawkins. See if you can answer this question about Warwick Castle. Who ordered the castle to be built in the first place?
I remember reading that on the flight here. Oh yeah, William I, clear back in 1068 AD.
Wish we could talk to him. The postcard has an address. New York City.
Hello, what can I do for you?
We're just enjoying looking at your charming inn.
United States. What a great view of Manhattan Island. The New York City skyline is just amazing.
Washington, D.C. may be the nation's capital city, but New York is the Big Apple.
What a great view! You can see the Statue of Liberty and most of New York City from here. These are some digs.
Well, I still can't believe you found this place. like finding a needle in a haystack, in the largest city in the United States. The World Trade Center is huge. Can you believe that each of the Twin Towers has its own postal zip code?
Makes me wonder if people mail letters from one tower to the other. The Empire State Building was the tallest building in the world when it was completed in 1934. It was so well constructed that it survived a plane crashing into it in 1945. Not to mention King Kong messing around up there. The Statue of Liberty in New York Harbor was a gift from the people of France in 1884, a symbol of freedom all over the world.
A travel guide to places in the United States. Wonder why the Rocky Mountains are circled.
So what? It's just a magazine.
I know. Just a funny feeling, that's all. I think I'll make a note of it in my journal.
Excuse us, Agents Shadow Hawkins and Jules Argent from the ACME Detective Agency. We understand you recently moved here from Warwick.
That's right. It was a strange place. Weird things going on. I was glad to leave.
The present innkeeper thinks you may have taken a poem from the inn fireplace. Would you be willing to let us have it?
Well, I am rather fond of poetry. That's why I took it, you know. Still, I'd let you have it for a trade. Don't you two travel a lot?
Oh yeah, we have a tendency to rack up the airline mileage.
Well, during your travels, have you by chance seen a figurine that matches this one? I'd trade you the matching figurine for the poem.
Wait, that figurine does look familiar. Gold-plated. I've definitely seen it somewhere. We'll come back with the matching one.
Italy. Hey, this is cool. It says here that hikers on the Matterhorn in the Alps sometimes find Roman coins and artifacts left by hikers way back.
There's a lot of history in these parts.
Well, here we are, back on the bridge in Florence.
I keep wondering about Carmen. Her plan must have something to do with that explorer and the legend of the great treasure.
And finding these stolen items could be the key to solving the mystery, right?
Do you like that? It's rather rare. Only a few others like it in the world. And a solid gold.
It's the figurine the guy in New York wanted. We'll buy it. It's expensive, but I think I have just enough Italian lira.
Now we're really on the way to finding that Aztec calendar. From the photo the chief downloaded, I can tell it's a beautiful work of art, but I sure couldn't tell the date from it.
Actually, the Aztecs had two different calendars. One was a 260-day religious calendar used for deciding when to plant crops, go to war, and so forth. The other was a 365-day solar calendar.
United States. Okay, here's a trivia question for you.
Oh, goody.
Trust me, this is interesting.
Okay, let me have it.
Why is New York called the Big Apple?
Because it's such a center for entertainment and culture.
Did you peek? Did you know that millions of people commute to New York City every day?
That's why it's so hard to find a parking space. We brought the figurine you wanted.
So you did. Thank you.
No, thank you.
And here's the poem.
Great. At least, I think so. What does all this mean? United Kingdom.
I wish they had an exercise room on these planes. I feel like a workout.
I wish they had a hot dog stand. I'm hungry.
All right, let's skip the tourist stuff and get to work. The beautiful white cliffs at Dover, a town on the British coast. On a clear day, you can see the cliffs from France across the English Channel.
I once vacationed in the Scottish Highlands. We even stayed at a hotel near Loch Ness.
So, did you catch a glimpse of the Loch Ness Monster?
Well, I did see something strange in the mist. But it turned out to be my Uncle Louis trying to find his way back to the hotel. I once vacationed in the Scottish Highlands. We even stayed at a hotel near Loch Ness. Check it out! So there is a secret passage. It's got to lead to that hidden room in the castle.
Spooky or not, let's find out. Chief, Jules and Hawkins here. We found a secret passage from the inn. Keep monitoring us in case we run into trouble.
Good idea, Jules. Now be careful, both of you. Carmen Sandiego can't be very happy about you finding her stolen treasures. Keep an eye out for that Aztec calendar.
Look, we're in the castle dungeon. But it's deserted.
Looks like our friend with the signal lamp must have gotten away. Well, there it is, the Aztec calendar. Unbelievably intricate, isn't it?
Agents, excellent work. This was a tough case, and the two of you broke it together.
Chief, I'm absolutely certain now that there's a link between the stolen items, an explorer, and a lost city. Carmen is after something much bigger than these items or their gems.
And, as I suspected all along, the wheel design appears on this item as well.
As you suspected? Oh, well, never mind. Yes, Chief, there's the wheel design and a possible gem missing from the center again.
You're doing a great job, agents. But we don't have Carmen Sandiego. And
I did have her, on the Great Wall. She was right there, almost in my hands.
Unfortunately, the key word here is almost. But never mind, Rookie. We got the formula, and we couldn't have cracked the case without it.
Sorry to interrupt, agents, but Carmen Sandiego's been sighted in Germany. She entered a site of historical importance, but managed to jam the gate behind her. Follow her and find another way in.
But did she steal anything? Jules here is banking on her taking another item, right?
Well, if my theory's correct, the image at the villa showed 7 items. We've only found 6.
And have you figured out why Carmen Sandiego is taking gems? This time she apparently stole an ancient Roman bust of Julius Caesar. Why that one statue, I don't know. But it's time to put your heads together and solve this case. Board the next plane and take the latest ACME equipment.
Equipment! Will do, Chief.
Julius Caesar, stolen item number 7. How does this tie in with Carmen's master plan?